Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripan Study Center. Today we are doing most important chapter of history. What is the topic today? A land revenue assessment and is the magnitudes of the land revenue as a demand. That is the most important topic. The chapter here is economics. The economics here is the middle state period and that is the most important here. The middle state is derived to the largest share of its income from a land revenue. As the elaborate or mechanism of the land revenue or administration gradually developed due to the effort of their medieval ruler like Alauddin Khalji, Sher Shah Suri and Akbar. There is the most important here middle rulers like Alauddin Khalji, Sher Shah Suri, Akbar. It is a development from to the land revenue administration involves a well formulated policy, and this where is actually measurement of the cultivable land for the purpose of assessment of land revenue, and second year classification of the land on the basis of the fertility of soil, and third year is a fixation of the rate of the land revenue of demand and establishment of elaborate mechanism from its collection and working out of mediators from the assessment and collection of the land revenue in a cash. There is a most important here, and during the medieval period different method of revenue assessment and collection were used. The most simple and basis method was crop sharing or batai. Batai is the most important for this time period. The state fixed a content ratio of produce as a state as a share. In this method, out of the total produce, the state share was collected by the designed officially. Here the measurement of the land had no bearing, no revenue collection. The actually produced was the main focus of attention. So here is the most important point, the crop sharing. The crop sharing is the most important here. The three types of crop sharing was a practice. And this very first division of the crop at the threshing floor after the grain was obtained. And second is a khet batai. The khet batai is a division of the field when the crop was standing, and third, there is a land batai. The land batai is also important here in which their crop was cut and scattered in the heaps without a separating grain. The share of the state was decided in this form. In the second method known as the is a concord, there is a measuring was important. And in this method, land was a first measure. After the measurement, the productivity of land was a estimate to fix the revenue demand per unit of the measuring area. Share size improve the method of assessment for estimating the productivity. Sample is a cutting from three types of land. There are good, middlings and bad land was taken and or average yard was the obtained. This estate demand was a fixed at the 1/3 of the average yard. Revenues demand per bigha for as every crop was declared and was now is a rye for the Sher Shah. There is the most important here. And during the initial year of Akbar, this rate where is the adopted from the Mughal Empire. And here the state demand was expressed in a kind but could be collected paid in their cash after applying is a prevalent is a price on them. This is a third method was called Javat. Sign their assessment was is done on this basis of the measurement. Based on yard, their share of the state was decided. The under Akbar there is a method was a further refined. All the territory were divided into the revenue circles or dasturs. For each dastur is a circle per a bigha, a revenue rate of different crop in the cash based on productivity and prices was worked out. The problem of complying is the fresh rate every year of the different localities was overcome through the adaptation of the ANA. The Hesal is a 10-year revenue rate as according to this is the average of the rates of the last 10 years was taken as a cash revenue rate for a particular crop. However, this where is a change at the is a regular interval and not updated every year. In the beginning, it was implemented in the province of Agra, Allahabad, Awadh, Delhi, Lahore, and Malwa. Later, it was extended to be some other region. However, at the no point of time, all the land is a particular region was a measured. That would be a suggest that even to the measured territory, some is the territories is remained to the unsourced. In such a situation, even the Jawab is Israel reason other method of assessment and collection were followed in the almost all part of the country. There is the most important point here, a classification of the land. There is the most important here. There classification of the land. After the measurement, the cultivable land was classified on the basis of the fertility of the land. The fertility is the most important here, and it is three category: good, middling, and bad. The land was further classified into four categories: is a polas, pareti, is a char, and the banjar on the basis of continuity to cultivation. The polas land was one which is a two crop where rice every year. Parati land is however had to be a left follow as uncultivated for some time after the rising two crop to the recovered is the fertility. Their fertility is the most important for the land. The chars was the unfertilized is a tract of the land which was the both under cultivation. One is every 3 or 4 years, and the banjar is a land is the banjar land is which is unfit for cultivation and therefore the rarely both under to plug. The banjar boom is a not a is a unfit cultivation on there. The land revenue are constituted the block of the state as an income. The state therefore is constantly try to expand to the territory under cultivation to the maximize it is a revenue return. All the effort of the state were also is a focus in the ensuring of maximum is a realization of the revenue from to cultivator. The Mughals and land is revenue administration was organized at the Praguns level. The task of surviving of land and collection of revenue was entrusted to different officials, and the Amin was the head of the surviving parties, whereas the Amil was in charge of the revenue collection. The Amin was assisted by there is a Nogo who was the reposter, and there is all the revenue record. The Chaudhary is associated with the Amil in their work of revenue collection. At the village level, the record were maintained by the Patwari and collection were made by the Mukaddam or village headman. And there were other officially such as the Patadar and Treasurer was the Kum or clerk. And the record were maintained both in the person and language of the religion. The next year, Patta and Qabuliat. The Patta and Qabuliat, what do you mean there? Patta and Qabuliat is a cultivator was given to document by the state is called Patta. The title dead. And there is which is a give all the detail for of the various category of land held by the cultivator and the rate of the land revenue payable to him on different crop. A dead agreement is called is a Qabuliat, according to which is the cultivator made to the a promise to pay a particular amount of land revenue to a state was taken from the cultivator. In addition to be a land revenue is a cultivator were also required to pay is intended to the additionally is a cheese in order to meet the cost of assessment and collection of revenues.